This is my review on Batman Returns. I'm honestly going to give this an 8 out of 10. I like this enough, but I have problems with it on a film because I don't know why Batman's in this movie. And why did they give him nothing to really do outside of, cool action stuff, but he doesn't really have a character arc. Kind of a bit of a letdown again. Although I'm not really surprised because saying the first one had the same problem. I was just hoping they would learn from their mistakes. And do something with this Batman movie and not wait till the Flash movie to kill him off to do something with that Batman movie right before killing him off. I'm just going to say I think the Flash movie is a better Batman movie because at least he tried to flesh out his character a little and give him a character. But the Burton movies didn't even bother. He's more the observer in the Burton films. Those who haven't seen the Burton movies and those who were introduced by Batman. Keaton's Batman through the Flash movie. Never saw his portrayal in his own movies before. So he's more of the observer and the reactor. More like, and less of a character. He's more like a guy who just reacts to things. When the villain shows up in this, a foil for the villain. MacGuffin. You see, the real main villains of this movie are the main protagonists, more so than the main heroes. That was my same problem with the first movie, also. But nonetheless, I did like Michelle Fight vs. Catwoman costume design, and I did like her portrayal as a Catwoman with the cat puns and like tight cat suit. She got fitted for. That hugged her very tight. Yeah, so I also like that. The movie focused more. I've always hated and loved this movie. It's kind of complicated what I'm trying to say. Okay, I don't hate and love this movie. I love this movie because it's not the worst comic book movie. But what I hate about this movie, it's not really at all faithful to the comics I like. And it's not all really faithful. It's kind of loosely, I say. Because Batman is not really the main focus of his own story like he is in this, unlike comic book Batman, where he is the main focus of his own story. So I just feel like this Batman was way too flat. But the villains I felt was too much screen time. I don't know. I have so many thoughts, negative and positive, about this right now that I don't want to overwhelm you, so audience, and because that could take forever. And that might cause more confusion for you guys, I think. I love the campy fun that this film goes for, that Catwoman went for. And I love how this movie inspired the 2005 Halle Berry's Catwoman. Kudos to that. This movie is that great. It inspired the Catwoman movie. It was Halle Berry, I'm pretty sure, on. Because you know how cats bring humans back to life is directly pulled out from Batman Returns. Is how Michelle Pfeiffer becomes Catwoman the same way. Through getting resurrected through cats on her. Nibbling on her fingers until she comes back to life. Brilliant writing. Whoever wrote that clearly was not on any kind of medication and should be on medication. Or maybe is on medication. Like, I don't know. It's not working. It's just... This was written like someone came out of a nut asylum. What I like about Catwoman portrayal from Michelle Pfeiffer, her Catwoman is written like a kid. The whole script, was her Catwoman, and Michael Keaton's Batman, and Danny DeVito's the Penguin. Is very clever written stuff like Batman and Robin with Schwarzenegger as him as Mr. Freeze. I both mean as a compliment and an insult directly to this movie. Everything I say from here about when I make reference about movies. Other ones in this video, so I mean, I love how I almost peed my pants laughing and watching this when I was 2. First time seeing this movie. The year was 2000 when I first saw this movie. It was a few weeks before my birthday was coming up when I was going to turn 3. Basically, is when I first saw this, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I thought it was funnier than Austin Powers movies, the first 2 ones. That's how funny I thought Batman and Robin was. I thought it was funnier than the scene in Dumb and Dumber when one of the guys, the main character, has the laxative effect and it discovers that the toilet he used is broken. I laughed harder in this entire movie than I did in that one scene of Dumb and Dumber or anything in Dumb and Dumber. And the movie Batman Returns when I was 2. And I find this shit funny. I had no idea this was not a kid's movie. I didn't look at the box. I didn't know. I didn't read the rating on the box of the VHS tape. I just popped it in the player. First time watching this movie, it was a how this movie for me as a kid and in my adult years. I still have a bit of a nostalgia buzz to this movie. I'm not gonna lie, no matter how much bad things I see about this movie, as many times of all the comments I've said about this movie, good and bad, I mean it 100% because I both love and despise this movie. But you see, I have a nostalgia buzz to this movie. It just gave me so many happy laughs and memories, so... And it did not bore me. Did not put me to sleep as a kid. Which is more than what I could say for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man growing up. For Michael Keaton's Batman Returns. That's why Batman Returns gets an 8 out of 10. I like this movie. See this movie, you might regret it or you might not regret it. I don't know. I'm not sure if I really have the best taste in movies. I'm not 100% at this point confident in my sanity at this point in life because I've changed my mind so many times about stuff on movies. That's why I give Batman Returns a 8 out of 10, kids, and to the kids and to the adults, who watched this video, to the audience watching this video, whoever it is. This channel's not meant for kids, but however, I'm not any kid's parents, so probably there's a chances the kids are watching this movie and the show is this, and now I'm just so. This is why Batman Returns gets an 8 out of 10. It's because it is funny, genius, comedy gold. It's funnier than the movie Thank You for Smoking and the Jackass movies, including Bad Grandpa. Batman Returns from 1992, that directed by Tim Burton, the genius Tim Burton. Thank you for this movie. I love this movie enough to give it an 8 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10. I don't know. I don't know why. I just wish it was longer, maybe, or funnier. I don't know, more silly, or with like more of his imagination involved. I want to see like a movie with Tim Burton. Maybe it's not Tim Burton enough. Maybe that's why. Batman Returns. Maybe I don't know. I thought Beetlejuice was more weird than Batman Returns of a movie. Looking movie. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. To be honest, I flip back and forth, which is more absurd looking, Batman Returns or Beetlejuice, from visual media. And I am not sure. But I know one thing, I like both. And Batman Returns gets an 8 out of 10. Whereas Michael Keaton has Batman. And Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Danny DeVito as the Penguin. And Christopher Walken as the Mayor. No, not the Mayor. Is he the Mayor? No, he's another villain of the movie. The main villain, that's pretty much the hide mastermind for everything. And, of the movie. He's good in it, actually. Pretty much, too. He's also good in it, Christopher Walken. He is some of his best work. That's why I give it an 8 out of 10 Batman Returns. Goodbye. Subscribe, then click the bell after hitting the subscribe. And click the thumbs up if you like this video. To my people that I subscribe, or to people who just finished this video. Click the thumbs up if you like this video. Okay. Goodbye.